I get all this great action of my kids and think I'm getting really good shots. But then when I go home and look at the pictures, they just seem lifeless. There's something missing and I just don't know what it is.
Well, most likely what's happening is that your subject is too far away from the camera. It's too small in the picture. Often when we look through the viewfinder, it tricks us into thinking that we're close enough, and we just can't believe it. What you got to do is move in closer, even when you think you're close enough. The tendency is to try to include everything in the photo, the whole team, the whole field. But what you really want to do is identify your specific subject and then focus just on that, excluding everything else. So if your subject is just your kid as they're about to kick the ball, you want to try to get as close to that as possible. Another trick that I'm going to do is I'm going to use a remote control to come out from behind the camera. If I'm always burying my face behind this black box, I cut off the interaction that happens between me and the subject. By using a tripod, I can not worry about my composition shifting as I take my face away from behind the camera. Pretzel, 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 pretzel! Hi, pretzel! Those are really, really cute. Now this photo I took just as a demonstration of a common problem that many photographers do, whether they're parents photographing their children or photographers doing any other subjects, and that's shooting from a typical standard human height. Shooting down on the subject. This produces a very common, very ununique photo, ununique point of view. So this is what I consider a before picture, and this is what I consider to be an after shot, where now I'm down on their level, shooting directly at them, and when you compare them, you know, it's like night and day. This is not so interesting, but this you actually start to feel like you're part of their world, that you're starting to enjoy what they're enjoying, and there's a wonderful storytelling element going on there. One thing that I notice is happening now is Colin's starting to lose interest because he's just looking at this black camera. It means nothing to him. So I'm going to start moving in and forgetting about the camera and just talking to him and saying, "Hey Colin, do you like being a fireman? What do you like about it?"
I can go bigger to be a real fireman.
Really?
Yes.
What kind of things does a fireman do?
Water, powder, fountain, and race off a big fire, and rescue pumpkins and people.
Pumpkins too? Whatever you do, don't smile. Many people make the mistake of saying smile before they take a picture of their kid. In fact, I often say don't smile because I find that this gives a much more natural reaction.
Okay, everybody look at me.
Try to purposely say inaccurate statements and let yourself be a little goofy to make a natural smile or laugh come over your child. Nice work. Give me 5.
Oh, you can shoot without an assistant, and I do frequently, and it depends on the age of the kids too, but if you want to get really the best results every single time, then yeah, you have to have a wrangler, you know, it's important, and you have to have somebody who really is a kid themselves at heart.
Yeah. Do you know anyone who is funny, playful, great with kids? Someone who would be a good kid wrangler? Then get them to help work with you when you photograph children.
Oh no! You're rolling over me! Roll over me! Almost. No, no! Oh no, you're rolling over me!
Another thing that you can do to make your indoor shots a lot more creative is simply change your point of view to something unique and unusual. But changing your point of view like this can give you a completely different fun shot. Okay, that's really cute. Hey, you! You're just going to be sort of like showing them to me. Oh, you just made the most beautiful cupcakes. I love those cupcakes. Hey, Jules,
Jules, what are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? Is the light too bright in your eyes? That's great, Jules. Very good. Okay, so I think I got some really fun shots there, but I'm a little concerned about the shadows on this side of their face. So I'm going to use fill flash. I'm going to try to use my flash to fill in those shadows to produce a more even-toned portrait. Turn your camera into the shutter priority mode instead of the all automatic mode, and make sure that the shutter speed is up around, say, 1/250th or 1/500th of a second to catch that action. You can see that this fast shutter speed stopped the action so that the subject was caught sharply in focus. I wanted to get a photo using the rule of thirds where I play. The rule of thirds is a guideline photographers and artists use for placing their subject in the composition. The general idea is to place your subject off-center to give the photo a more balanced composition.